forget hold you again. Hello. Billy Vera on 700 WLW. And at this moment, Billy Vera and the Beaters, Garish Burbank, Dr. Wolf, and an irate gummy bear has just come into the studio. Peg Dennison, who's been elevated from Smurf to Gummy Bear on Sports Consequences.
Has the mayor designated this last lap at Talladega on the interstate highways?
I have days when I feel it's that way, too. You must have just had one.
Thank you.
I know where did you run into Mario Andretti out there?
I think it was Bill Elliott. Was right behind me in a souped-up T-Bird Pontiac, or whatever they call them.
Here's the guy here that says that. John Phillips.
I never break the speed limit.
No, I know. I'm not complaining. I'm saying it. You're saying that when you enter an expressway, you should always just go.
Yeah.
I want you right.
Yeah,
and I agree with that. You should. There's something new that's starting to happen and happen a lot. Let's say that you are entering an expressway. Now, there's someone behind you. Now, you're not slowing down. You're going right on there. And your speed, you're maintaining the right speed, maybe a little faster even than you should be going.
So you slip in.
As far as the law goes, you have to speed up a little bit.
Yeah.
There's always some clown behind you that figures he can get on before you do. And then when he pulls out from behind you,
Takes your slot
from behind you back there, right?
Yeah.
And that's when they should invent something, I don't know.
They already have.
Yeah, I know, but you can't use it without going to
You're not
jail.
going to shoot at him.
Yeah.
Just as you're coming down the ramp, before he gets that spot where he can slip over and you see that he's really coming on, you can give him heart failure just by tapping the brakes. I guarantee you, man.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, it's back right off.
And then when he...
Just tap him.
What if he doesn't back off and just boom, hits you with all
Well,
that?
then if he hits you, you get new taillights and probably a new bumper and everything else.
Yeah, new neck.
Well, if you're driving in the daytime, you don't have to tap your brakes. All you have to do is turn your lights on real quick, and from behind it looks like you're hitting the brake.
Well, that is good.
Yeah,
That is good.
or just wave at
I've been trying to figure it out.
in the mirror.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Well, he may have a Magnum, though, with it. I don't want to take any chances. Just smile and say, you fool, you get yours. Someday, I'll be driving a Caterpillar when this happens.
Yeah, big payloader.
Big payloader on there. For the guy that had his bright lights on me, there are car wars going on at this very moment, right now. I get involved in a car war. The guy has true story. Had his bright lights on behind me. When this was early in the morning, he used to come to work, and I would slow down, pull over, whatever. He was right behind, would not get around me. I thought, what did I do to this person to deserve this? I drove 15 miles, almost, with this guy behind me. And about 2 miles before my exit to get downtown, I finally got behind him. Ha-ha! Boom, bright lights. I see my exit coming up, and I'm thinking, nah, forget this, pal. I followed him all the way to Florence. I had to be at work at 6 o'clock, and at 6:15 when I called Doc. Doc, I had a car war, couldn't get in. I had to carry it out.
Here's something else that's effective. Golf balls. If somebody's up
This guy is violent, isn't he?
No, you can just accidentally drop a handful of golf balls out the window of your car, man. I'll tell you what.
That's where Ian Fleming calls John, by the way. Ian Fleming will call him up when he's writing a new James Bond, you know. I need a trick here for them to pull. But,
golf balls are great.
but my little pet peeve now is when you're pulling onto an expressway. Happens a lot. Someone behind you decides, well, I can hit that lane out there before him.
Yeah, that's the
But you're supposed to let the guy in front of you get out there first.
One too many times.
Happens a lot. And is that specifically against the law, though?
It's against the law to cross a solid white line.
Okay.
And I think that they just about always have to do that to get around behind you if you're merging.
Yeah, okay. I didn't know that. Okay, to cross a solid white line. But it was a solid yellow line you couldn't cross.
No.
You can't do that either. Yeah. You have to use caution in crossing a solid yellow line, right?
You just have to...
Don't give me the test, because I'm going to fail it. I'm just kidding.
Get caught at any of
We'll get the letters after this, okay? Yeah, just don't get caught. Mark has sent us a instant memory thing, Doctor.
Oh, yeah?
Well, there's no phone number on it, though. You can't very well send a letter on the air.
That isn't quite the same. It doesn't quite have the same feeling.
It is kind of neat, though. We found a way to call it. Gary thought as investigative reporters, you and Doc could check this out. Okay? We'll check it out, Art. We did, but there's no phone number. Gary, the other day I was shopping at the bargain barn in town looking for the limited edition of the 81 Reds We Was Robbed sport shorts. Then I noticed some dusty, old records behind the life-size display of Earl Pitts for Red, White, and Blue. Well, among the records were the movie soundtrack for I Was a Teenage Aficionado, starring Gary, Kevin, Bobby, and Andy. 4 young boys who thought they knew it all, and think they still do. The next record was by Gilbert Gnarly, titled Hello, My Name is Gilbert Gnarly, Jr. Why, Gilbert's premiere album, a classic. We're working on his tapes, by the way. If you did send money, I'm starting to feel ashamed that I haven't sent you the tapes yet. I've had them, but I'm lazy. But last night, you said, come on! I said, okay. So we had a meeting and we put it all together. Not all of it. It'll take a while. Another year or two. No, I'll have it this week, actually. Let's see. Anyway, my heroes have always been Bengals. Thinking of Empty, Born. Oh, I see. These are the other records. And Eric Davis Eyes.
You got Eric Davis eyes.
After finishing some needed artwork to Earl's Red, White, and Blue display, an eye on his forehead and several blackened teeth to go with his yellow ones, I paid for the records that I found in a pair of Andy McWilliams jeans I used. Oh, we had those McWilliams jeans. Hopefully I'll find these sport shorts next time. Just want to tell you about my finds and that you're coming in very clear up here. Keep up the good work. Mike Oaks in Burn, Indiana. Burn. Yeah, P-E-R-N-E. You ought to have Gilbert have a commercial in search of where they're looking for the Elephant Man. And Gilbert loves animals, and the commercial sounding the Elephant Man. Okay. Put that over there in the idea file, Doctor.
Okay.
Not in the trash can.
I'm sorry, I was on the wrong file.
It's an idea file. Let's see. Dear Mr. Burbank, a piece of information has come into my possession, which I feel compelled to pass on to you in light of your role, as Cincinnati's foremost, marked through Snoop here, unpaid investigative reporter. Your right to know supersedes your right to exist. That's why I was Snoop. A third party has come between Norma and Jerry. Chewy, I should say. As evidence of this startling revelation, I offer Norma's own words on a local talk show. It is the custom for celebrity guests to autograph the back of the set, leaving short messages for the host. Well, Norma has been incredibly indiscreet. There for all the world to see, her true feelings lie exposed. Ira, you're better than Jerry. Signed, Norma. I mean, how should she know? It would seem that Jerry's hopes are dashed, doomed to frustration. Norma has given her affections to a bigger man. Signed, me, an uninformed source. Let's say uninformed and unformed source.
That's not a uniform?
No. The veracity of this can be confirmed by contacting my source. He who signed the other enclosure by. Okay, let's see. Dear Mr. Burbank, I am ever gullible enough to follow, without question, any instruction I hear on the big one. When my car needed some work, I told the insurance adjuster and my dealer, but I wanted only genuine GM parts. I was not treated kindly. The adjuster shouted, "Tune-ups aren't covered under my policy." My dealer said if I persisted in demanding genuine GM parts, I could take my business elsewhere. I never knew a Toyota dealer to be so touchy. In spite of such poor results, my policy has been canceled and the engine in my car blew up with genuine GM parts. I am now inclined to blame WLW for my predicament. My lawyer says he feels differently. No, I'm not inclined to blame. But the lawyer does blame us. Of course he does. That's what courts are for, it says here. Your obedient servant, Jim Bussey. Well, Jim, I could understand that. And if you do get any money, I'd be glad to be a witness on your side, as long as I don't have to ever work again. Yeah. You can take care of me like that. I'll live in the guest house in Jamaica. Well, that's about all I have. I do have one more thing that I thought I would play for you. This comes in this is in a cereal box. If you got some granola, right? Explain this. John brought this in.
Yeah, it's Granola Dips cereal, or Granola Dips bar is presenting this.
Yeah.
It's a little paper record, the great moments of rock and roll.
You've gotten those in cereal boxes, you know, the little...
It used to be on the back of the cereal.
Yeah, you cut it out, and then you play it on your record player.
It was usually Sugar by the Archies or something.
Yeah. Now, this is called Great Moments in Rock and Roll from Granola Dips. Anyone who eats granola is a dip. Great Moments in Rock and Roll.
Stay tuned and find out if you are an instant winner. In rock and roll's 30-year history,
we can be an instant winner.
guitars have come and gone. There are, however, a select few who hold a place in the royal family of rock's greatest guitar heroes. Jeff Beck is one of the most influential guitarists in rock and roll.
This is a piece of cardboard I'm playing.
Psychedelia and heavy metal. In 1967, he founded Blackmail.
The guy talks.
In 19 brought to Casey's current Rolling Stone, Ron Wood. That band's material laid the groundwork for 70s heavy metal. In the mid-70s, Beck re-emerged with an all-instrumental format, playing jazzy tunes.
Jeff released the album Flash in 1985 and featured the hit People.
I'm just trying to get it to be over.
Guitar wizard Jimmy Page combines rock.
Now they're talking about Jimmy Page.
With strange,
At the end of this, we find out if we're a winner or not.
hard-edged, but
Mystic guitar sound. Jimmy Page pioneered guitar playing with a violin bow.
Okay.
Amazing sound.
Play guitar with a violin bow. You know, what we thought about playing a violin with a violin bow? No, you're in bow. Let's go ahead.
And casting spells over his audience. His band Led Zeppelin dominated rock and roll.
I like him. I think
In 1980.
When you make rock and roll stars, you're really considered an idiot.
That's true.
Okay, I'll be one.
Jimi Hendrix added the thrill of the unknown to the rock and roll guitar solo. Using his teeth along with his steel fingers and even a microphone stand, Jimmy coaxed squealing, screaming, roaring sounds from his guitar.
Hendrix's influence on
Rock and roll has remained steady from the
1960s to the
Okay, great. Am I a winner?
guitarists today still journey into the land Jimmy explored. Oh, boy. Good looker Eddie Van Halen's playful.
Now, we gotta go through Eddie Van Halen.
Fun-loving image placed him at the front of the monster rock band, which bears his family name. Eddie's marriage to television starlet Valerie Bertinelli shocked the public. Well,
But it helped his guitar playing a whole lot.
more than a few hearts in the Van Halen fan club. This is only one of the great moments in rock and roll. Collect them all from Quaker Granola
Okay, Doc,
Dips.
here we go.
We're sorry you're not a winner in the Quaker Granola Dips Great Moments in Rock and Roll Sweeps 2.
We had to put up with all that. We lost.
Yeah. But, Chip, we're not a winner. I thought if I stepped through that, I'd be a winner.
Yeah.
That's in your granola dips. You might need a mirror to help you find out. We have a problem on northbound 75 approaching the Brent Spence Bridge. We have a Meritech traffic giver. John, tell us about John.
Now, there's a wreck that's on northbound on 75. I'm in my mobile phone, and there's an ambulance there. It looks like a two-car wreck with some injuries. Just want to let you know that there's going to be some traffic problems real quick.
Okay, thank you, John. Yeah, so in his mobile phone. One of the big ones, John. No, we appreciate that, really do. So we have a problem on 75 northbound approaching the Brent Spence Bridge, going to John. And John Phillips will be tipping us about all this information coming up, too. And you may have heard me mention earlier that there is snow in the area. Yes, we had to call from the range. And we were told that there was an inch of snow on the ground there. That's unofficial. Well, the radar is showing the snowfall moving across central and southern Indiana into, in right now, north central Kentucky. And it should be developing in the area very soon, in fact. Initially, snowfall will be light, but a light covering could develop and cause a few slick spots before rush hour.
We have a few flurries right now.
We are having flurries, doctors. Yeah, well, I guess sometimes. Yeah, so it's moving in the area now. They said it would move in about 2:45, and I guess it did with flurry activity. So as they say, maybe an inch is the accumulation factor here. A little news on 700 WLW. I don't really have a lot. I do have my son, Tabloid, though, which is my favorite. I get my news from this. I hate to admit this to Jeff and Don. I think they're terrific news people, but they don't have these stories.
No.
He never stayed home, so angry wife glues cheating husband to his mattress. Restaurant owner serves cat burgers to his customers. Living UFO alien is really a 2-foot midget. Painted himself green. Window dresser falls in love with display dummy. Thousands of men sell private body parts for cash. And finally, I am pregnant with Cary Grant's child, says Dean. That's self-explanatory. The two I'd like to know more about, I think, of this is the window dresser falling in love with the display dummy.
Yeah, definitely.
Here it is right here. So heartbroken his wife sues for divorce. I admit it, he says, I have fallen in love with Madeline, who just happens to be one of the department store mannequins. Oh, look. She's very pretty.
She is very
We have a picture of Madeline in here. That's a woman. That's not a dummy. I think I could fall in love with her. Look at that.
No, I think that may be a dummy. One of those new...
Doesn't look like to me. It's evidently new.
Lifelike.
Well, compare the two. There's his wife, and there's the dummy. You decide. And look at him. You can see he would probably do something like that. He's kind of goofy looking. I know how bizarre this looks in the eyes of most people, he confesses, but if I tried to deny my feelings for Madeline, I'd be lying. I don't expect anyone to understand. All I ask to do is be left alone. He's crazy. That's obvious, says his crestfallen woman. He should get some help. I'll agree to anything if she'll quit pestering me, Charles declares. I'll get help. Just let me go with Madeline. It's unnatural. Just let me go with Madeline. The father, he's an artist, the best window dresser in the county, they say. He dumped me and is in love with a chunk of plastic. That's the bottom line, she says. Her divorce suit currently being heard in London accuses Charles of mental cruelty and diminished responsibility. A charge Charles vehemently refuses. Says that's nonsense. A man can be in love with something without having a romantic relationship with it, he states. Good luck, Charles. And good luck, Madeline. Let's see what else is in here. This is great stuff. The angry wife who glued her cheating husband to a mattress.
Yeah.
Well, Jacqueline Doucette, 42, arrested for cruel and heinous assault after she used a superglue-type substance to bond her husband's naked body to the bed, it says here. She apparently found him there with another woman and started gluing him while he was asleep. By the time he woke up and tried to struggle, it was too late. His skin was already cemented to the mattress. In the meantime, the other woman ran from the house and reported the incident to police. Jacqueline's husband, Maurice, was found almost completely glued to the bed when police arrived. She had pulled the sheet off the bed and poured glue all over his body. Then she pressed his body against the mattress. I guess he was asleep while all this was going on. We could not pull him off. We had to call for paramedics. They were unable to free him and had to lift him, mattress and all, out to the ambulance and drive him to a hospital. Kid, they probably had the mattress upside down. Look, see, he's stuck to it.
Kid, get in the ambulance, put it on top.
Yeah.
Strap him down.
Hey, well, I see EMS is moving, aren't they?
As the hospital doctor spent several hours performing a delicate operation to remove the glue and separate the man's skin from the mattress, police arrested Jacqueline after her husband pressed charges. She told us he had several affairs during the marriage and wanted to teach him a lesson. She thought she did this time. Says she went kind of crazy and ran to the kitchen to get the glue and dumped several bottles now all over him. Or he's currently recovering from the grueling operation, says he plans to move out and file suit against his wife for the incident. He says, I humiliated him, she says. But nothing can compare to the pain, humiliation, blah, 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 blah. I have caused him much more harm. I could have caused him much more harm. Look at her. Well, she looks angry in that picture, doesn't she? Well, that's some pretty heavy stuff. Stuff you probably won't hear on this station, regretfully. That's a little news. Brought to you by these nice folks.
Well, you get up early in the morning like this.
Yeah.
That coffee perking yet?
Any minute now.
Smell that aroma.
Yeah, like a sweaty soul singer.
What kind of coffee maker is this?
It's not Mr. Coffee, is it? It's Mr. Brown Coffee. The hardest working coffee maker in brew business. Get on up and have a cup of Mr. Brown Coffee. From the Mr. Brown Coffee machine. Get on up. No more picking up a cup that's been on the burner for 30 minutes and yelling, cold, cold, cold. Oh, don't want it cold, baby. Cold. Weeks after you make it, the Mr. Brown Coffee maker continues to keep it hot. It's been hot since 1952. So what you been saying to your old coffee maker?
Baby, you did me wrong.
To the Mr. Brown coffee maker, you be saying,
I love you so.
the Mr. Brown coffee maker from Burbank, Allied Industries. With Earl Peace, American.
You know what makes me sick? You know what makes me want to scratch jock itch with a wire brush? This Victoria principal suing Joan Rivers just cause Joan Rivers get out her phone number on the TV. In fact, I figured it was a public service, so you could call her up personal and maybe give her some acting tips. Maybe give her a compliment on her personal appearance, you know. Sort of thing you do used to get hired Costello's home number. Well, I'm thinking about suing this Victoria principal myself for her being so damn rude. All I did was suggest she might like to meet a real man. None of them fruit basket, limp-wristed, earring-wearing Hollywood faggoty rock and roll sissy boys. And I suggested over the phone after Joan Rivers gave her number out what a real man would do with a fine-looking woman like her. Well, evidently she don't care much for real men. 'Cause she called me a real nasty name, told me to do some kind of thing you couldn't even do with mirrors, and then slammed the phone down so damn hard it'd give you an earache. Now what kind of crap is this? That ain't no way to treat a real fan. And a man what's complimented you on your womanly charms. Hell, it's caused me humiliation and mental stress and all that lawyer stuff that got used to get money. So I think I'm gonna sue her for $2 million. Maybe that'll teach her how to treat a real man. Wake up, America! Don't watch damage and don't file no national inquiries until Victoria Principal calls me up and apologizes for being so rude. Pitts American. Pitts on. Thank you, Mr. Pitts. Well, you're laughing. Now, you'd feel the same way if they gave a number on the TV. I'm just calling up to express my admiration, you know. Well, there's nothing wrong with that, Doctor. No, I see nothing at all. It was Joan Rivers gave it up. Yeah, but she's all right. Give her Victoria's principal's number, you know. Nothing wrong with that. Okay. Radar forecast, as we said earlier.
Well, hello, Gary. It's Ronald Reagan calling you from Camp Maple here to share why, you know, Nancy and I came up because we really love it here this time of year.
It is lovely out today.
You know, Gary, tonight is a big night. I'll give my most important speech of my presidency. And tonight I have to restore America's faith in the Reagan administration.
Right.
3 big questions on America's mind are,
Sure.
What about my recovery from surgery?
Yeah, that's a big one.
What about my ability to lead? And, of course, what about the Iran affair? I'd like to answer those right now, Gary. Practice a little bit. As for my health, I'm fine. As for my leadership ability, it couldn't be better. And as for my memory, it's perfect. And as for the Iran affair, what Iran affair?
Now, see here, Mr. President, now, to restore faith, you have to answer the questions that are on America's mind. You can't do punchlines all the time. I mean, you can't remember approving arms sales to Iran. I realize they say that, but wouldn't it be better if you just apologized for the whole thing?
Well, I don't know how many times I have to say this, but I won't apologize for I ran him up until Washington freezes over.
Sir, Washington is frozen over right now. That big snowstorm.
Whoa, well, poor choice of words. Your speech and recap tonight will cover 2 whole hours.
Yes, sir.
I'll be on all the major networks. My major concern, though, is winning.
You mean winning America back over?
No, winning against Channel 19's Music Man in the Nielsen ratings. You know, I can use these punchlines tonight. I hate to go in second to little Ron Howard singing Wells Fargo Wagon, you know. By God, I may be senile and stubborn, but I'm still the funniest president you ever had. I'm still a winner. Here comes George Schultz with the Gatorade. George? Gary, goes on my head after the speech. Not now, George.
Sorry.
Yeah, we're gonna be like that guy for ourselves, you know. And the leader, I still think he secretly gets pleasure out of that too. I can't like it. Well, we have matters of state, the state of matters to attend to, and we must be all. Now wait till I get through with the speech tonight, then throw the Gatorade on me, you know. It's like we won the Super Bowl.
WLW presents
Norma, Princess of Power.
While covering a story for naught, she was accidentally contaminated with radioactive gas, giving her strange powers. And now, when she squeezes her shoulder pads, she becomes Norma, Princess of Power, who, along with her sidekick Joey, fights for truth, justice, and your right to know.
Jerry, can you step into my office
Oh, yes, I can, mighty warrior.
and cut that mighty warrior stuff out? Just because I pinned you at arm wrestling doesn't mean you must treat me like a goddess.
Good. Was getting tired of tithing 10% every week.
Jerry, something weird is going on here at the station. I can't describe it. It's like a sense of impending doom. Oh, here's J.D., that sports guy.
Norma, someone doctored my script. Listen to what I read on the air, inadvertently. In keeping with his mentor, Oral Roberts, George Steinbrenner today announced he will live unless Yankee fans didn't him $4.5 million by opening day. Now Steinbrenner's lawyer is suing us for slander.
Didn't you read this before you went on the air?
Oh, that's a good idea. Do it next time. Norma,
Oh, Pat Barry. Hi, Pat. What is it?
Somebody doctored my weather report.
You're kidding.
No, listen to what I read on the air. Tonight's low will reach 10 below, and tomorrow's high will soar to 117, with a 90% chance of hurricane.
Wow.
People heard that and start driving out of town by the thousands. I haven't seen that many frightened people since Sally Jesse Raphael announced she was coming to Cincinnati.
All right, Pat. We'll investigate this.
Later, that same day.
Where are we, Norma?
This is the library where we keep tapes of our broadcasts.
This is a library. Keep it down.
Okay,
Oh, say, you look familiar.
You might have seen me on the evening news.
No, I don't turn you on.
Well, I don't know about that. You do something about your hair, drop about 25 pounds, I might find you alluring.
Ooh.
Oh,
Quit pouting, Jerry, and get over here. Someone has ruined our newscast.
darn it, Norma, I'm trying to do better.
Not you. Someone erased our entire library. Look. Search for any signs they may have left behind.
Oh, I found some signs. Here's a no parking, here's a slippery when wet.
Not those kinds of signs.
Oh,
I mean clues.
clues.
What's this? Look. Tiny grains of sand in the carpet. And here's a comb with a single strand of blonde hair.
You mean one of the Beach Boys did this?
Quiet. My computer-like brain is digesting all the facts. You know, none of this started until the brass can see Physiok and Tony's hands. Can they be related?
I don't think so. Tony and Steve have different last names.
No.
So you've discovered our secret.
Tony, Steve.
That's right. We're the new dynamic duo.
You forget. I've seen you two on the air, and dynamic you ain't.
We'll teach you for everything.
Hey, Norbert, take hold of
Later after the fight, Norma and Jerry are in their predicament, suspended over a pit of pit bulls. We hear Tony speak.
We're gonna use blackmail to get our cushy jobs back. And we're starting with you, Norma. Unbeknownst to you, Steve took some nude photos of you, which he will sell to the highest bidder unless we get rehired.
Ha! Who would pay for photos of a nude pregnant woman? Oh, Jerry,
If I can get loose here, my checkbook is in the car.
get back here. Gentlemen, I got my hands free, and now I will squeeze my shoulder pad and become...
Norma, Princess of Power.
I'll
nothing in Normer.
After they're tied up.
Gentlemen, you should know you cannot defeat the Princess of Power that easily. And by simply striking my two designer bracelets together, you will be transported to the dreaded land of commercial voiceovers.
Oh, not that! Steve, we're in big trouble!
Well, not really. If we get a power-hitting first baseman and the Astro lose 21 in a row...
Oh, darn if this is reality, not some pretty sports boy announcer pipe dream!
And this month only, we are offering 3.9% financing. That's at the 4th Street branch of the 3rd National Bank between 5th and 2nd.
Good work, Normer. Once again, the airwaves are safe.
They will never be truly safe as long as independent stations continue to show reruns of Three's Company. Go home and rest now, sidekick. My psychic ability tells me another adventure is looming on the horizon.
Oh, I love it when you talk melodramatic.
Jerry, go home. I'm in no shape for that.
Yes, trouble seems to follow Normer and Jerry like a bad credit rating. Already the sun has been blotted out by the sky as GD, the human eclipse Hayworth plots his revenge. Join us next time for Princess of Power, fighting for truth, justice, and your right to know.
Not again.
As you could tell, I didn't get a lot of sleep last night.
Yeah.
I was up worrying about Terry Waite, the Anglican hostage negotiator.
Yeah.
I mean, first they kidnapped news people from Terry's party, and now it appears they kidnapped Terry himself. You know, Terry negotiated the release of a few people, which is good, but now he has to negotiate his own release.
Well, it's just not smart to go into Beirut right now.
No.
I wouldn't even vacation there.
Really? I don't think they even find someone that's stupid to go to Beirut and negotiate. I mean, who could be that dumb?
Gary.
Hello, Gary's dream.
Well, it's Ronald Reagan. I got a little job for you, and I'd like for you to go to Beirut and negotiate the release of our negotiators.
Wait, sir, I'm not that dumb.
Well, now, Gary, I will admit that I sent over a few dumb negotiators. You know, after Terry Waite was kidnapped, I sent over Suzanne Summers to negotiate the release of Terry. And then I sent the Walt Disney character Goofy to negotiate the release of Suzanne Summers. And, Gary, I'm asking you to go to Beirut and negotiate the release of Goofy.
No, sir, I'm just not that dumb.
I know, Gary. I said to myself, Ronnie, you gotta send someone smart this time. And who's smarter than a disc jockey? Nancy, stop it.
Sorry.
Yes, I needed the smartest person available, so I picked a DG. Sorry, wait. I think he's falling for it.
Sir, there's no way you're going to talk me into this. Later, that same dream. How I can talk into this?
Halt! Who goes there?
Oh, it's me, a smart disc jockey.
That's funny, a smart disc jockey. Next you tell me you went to college.
Well, I did for a while.
There's only one person dumber than a disc jockey.
Oh, who's that?
Someone who went to college to become a disc jockey.
I resent that. I happen to have taken hostage negotiation 101.
So, you're here to negotiate.
I guess it was stupid to say that. You're probably going to hold me hostage now.
Of what value are you? Goofy and Susan Summers are dumb, but they're famous. Go home.
No, I am smart enough to be a hostage. I demand that you take me captive.
I'm tired of talking to dumb disc jockey. Either go home or wake up.
No. I won't take this kind of abuse. I don't have to take this kind of abuse.
Go home or wake up. Wake up.
Gary, wake up.
You fell asleep again.
Oh, boy, Doc. It was awful.
Yeah?
They took Suzanne Summers and Goofy hostage, but they wouldn't take me.
Gary, what are you going for your wallet for?
Doc, I am smart enough to be taken hostage. Here's my SAT scores to prove it.
Gary, it was only a dream.
Later edition of She-Ra. 700 WLW presents Norma, Princess of Power. While covering a story at the note, Norma Rashid inhaled radioactive gas, giving her strange powers whenever she touches her shoulder pads. Now, whenever evil rears its ugly head, Norma becomes Norma, Princess of Power, guardian of truth, justice, and your right to know. Have you been wondering about the point spread in the Super Bowl? So you bet on the Broncos, huh? And now the real story of what did happen. As we join our Titanic twosome, Norma is looking rather inflated as they wander about the hidden recesses of the Rose Bowl in Pasadena, site of Super Bowl 21 last Sunday. Let's listen.
Have you decided on a name yet, Norma?
Well, if it's a boy, we've decided on an old family name. Bubba. Bubba Rashid. You're going to have to explain football to me, though, Joey. I'm not sure.
Well, it's simple. Now, you have a line, a center, two guards, two forwards. Now, behind the center is the pitcher. And the shortstop, the second baseman, even the further back there is a goalie. Now, after face-off, the pitcher tries to throw it to one of the two guys on the outside. They're called outfielders. And if...
Just then, Norma, using her super hearing, hears a familiar voice, that of Jimmy the Greek, and noted sports TV and gambling figure John Madden. Okay, now it's all set. I sent the point spread too high, and into the first quarter, Bruno and Vito dressed as Giants, pouring Gatorade on a Giants coach. Only instead of Gatorade, it's a Slurpee, and that freezes him solid. And that way, they cover the spread, and we're all rich.
But for the Broncos to score, they're going to need to send their receivers here, here, and here. Block this man, and move the linebackers off here and here.
Nice diagram, John.
Jimmy the Greek and John Madden, you should be ashamed of yourselves. I'm going to have to report this on the 11 o'clock news.
Bruno, Vito, John, seize them quickly. Seize them.
Look out here, Norma. You got to go. You got to go.
When Norma and Jerry regain consciousness, they find themselves dressed in herring suits and suspended over part of the halftime show, a tank of pit bull killer whales.
Those whales are trying to jump up and eat us, Norma.
If only I could reach my shoulder pads and give them a squeeze.
I can't reach your shoulder pad, but I could squeeze what I can reach.
Knock it off, Jerry. There.
Norma, Princess of Power.
Hey, who are you? What happened to Norma?
Now to teach those puny mortals not to play with the point spread for their evil purposes, but only for the good of mankind.
Hey, they're loose. Destroy them.
Oh, yeah, not this time, Jimmy the Greek. I'll teach you mortals to try the patience of Norma, Princess of Power. Take that and that.
Later that week on the news.
And that wraps up my in-depth analysis of Pasadena's topless bars, dens of degradation, and lust. Over to you, Norma.
Shamu, the killer sportscaster, will be along with details of Super Bowl 21. Now, they didn't cover the point spread, but I can tell you personally, if you lost money on the Broncos, you lost it honestly.
Say, why are you winking, Norma?
I must have something in my eye, Joey.
listen to my spin-off about a man named Jed. Had a cousin Alexis who was always in bed. They said, Cedia Stokes is the place you ought to be. So the Beverly Hillbillies became Dynasty 3. The Clampets, that is. Well, when we last left Dynasty 3, the Clampets, Arnold was suing Joan Rivers for giving out his phone number on national TV. Jethro had been sent out by Granny to get some oranges weeks ago. Wait, could that be Jethro over there talking to that strange man in Miami? Howdy, my name's Jethro Bodine. Is this here Miami?
Yeah, sure is, Yoko. What can I do for you?
I come here to buy what Miami's famous for. The crop in California ain't ready yet.
The crop ain't ready yet. Hey, that's a good one. How much you want?
Oh, I guess about a dozen to do it. I don't think Granny'd need more than that to fix a possum.
A dozen? You must be some kind of big-time dealer. It's gonna cost you about $360,000. You got the bread?
Oh, I ain't got no bread. I got some money here, though. Would that be okay?
Yeah, that's good. Hey, meet me at the pier at 10 o'clock midnight. I'll have the stuff for you. $360,000.
I'll be there. Woo! Oh, these oranges is expensive. Well, could it be that oranges have gone up that much? Or is Miami famous for some other than oranges? Meanwhile, Alexis is inspecting the vacation lots that she bought from Mr. Haney.
Why are we stopping, Mr. Guide?
You said you wanted to inspect your lot, ma'am.
I do, but why are we stopping here in the boat?
Well, these here are your lots.
Good Lord. There's nothing here but just water. That's all.
Only during the rainy season, ma'am. During the rest of the year, it's prime quicksand. Got a great view, though. Well, could it be that Mr. Haney has hornswoggled Alexis? Can Mr. Haney be that crooked? I certainly hope so. Meanwhile, back at the Salad Fork Ranch, J.R. is chatting with his mama.
Hey, Miss Eddie.
How do, J.R.? Is we still making money?
We sure are, Mama. But we need a new place to drill. Otherwise, I can't get away from Sue Ellen and build up a plot for this show.
What's that you're drinking there, Sue Ellen?
A wine cooler. It's a tasty blend of cheap, undrinkable wine and 100% fruit juices. It keeps winos from getting scurvy. This is orange flavor.
That's an idea, Mama. I could go to Florida and look for all. But where will I drill? Well, I don't know about you, but I can see the plot thickening before my very eyes. Tune in next time when we get things even thicker on Dynasty 3, The Clampets. Now it's time to say goodbye to Jed and all his kin, Alexis, late Granny, and all in their Hollywood send-in. You're all invited back next week to Visco County to see what happens to families who inbreed on TV. Y'all come back now, you hear?
Okay, you know what I think, Doc? Listen, I bet you that J.R. is going to be wanting that lot that Alexis bought.
Do you think so?
And Mr. Haney's going to be trying to get it back. Could be.
Could be.
Well, let's start. 100 WLW presents Views of the Right Wing in Pits Off with Earl Pitts, American.
You know what makes me sick? You know what makes me want to take Mr. Ed to visit the Alpo factory? This crap on TV in the morning. These lamp-wristed, mound-bit, pound-bit, three-piece suit-wearing network executive, warthog, pea-brain, fruit basket commies sicking up to the Nielsen geeks. But there ain't nothing wrong with this here Jane Pauley and Joan London and Mariette Hartley. Just crap on after they leave. On one channel, it's this so-called man, Phil Donahue. He had on some kind of transvestite, unwed Harry Krishna. They was talking about how they like to go to the airport and bug the hell out of people for money wearing dresses. Now, hell, that ain't no show for a real man to watch. If a man tells you he's seen something on the Donahue show, you can be sure he ought to be some kind of interior decorator. If you turn the channel, you get Sandy Jesse Raphael. Ugly girl. And now on that Sandy Jesse Raphael, they're talking about women having organisms. Hell, that ain't nothing a man wants to hear about. Men got to worry about their own organisms. And then, I turn it over to Oprah Winfrey. And she's got the wives of transvestites complaining about how their husbands getting their underwear stretched out of shape. Wake up, America! What you need is Earl Pitts having a man show talking about men's problems. Like interviewing the Playmate of the Month on what line is best to pick her up in a bar. Or I get to smell a perfume out of your car after you get home from bowling. I'm Earl Pitts, American. Pitts all. The afternoon movie. Today, Conan the Florist. Starring Merlin Olsen as Conan. With Joan Collins as Purina. John Madden as the evil Clangor. Pat Summerall as Clangor's partner, Pat Summerall.